Hey, entrepreneurs, a lot of you probably remember the movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's that movie where he's going into people's dreams and you can have shared dreams and you can have a dream within a dream. And it's got this complex plot that's kind of fun. But there's this idea that I want to grab out of that. If you've seen that movie, it'll help you to understand this concept that I want to share with you today. So in this movie, part of the plot is they're trying to plant a seed or get an idea into someone's mind. That's the inception. Like they're trying to cause this person to have this spontaneous idea and believe it came from themselves when really that idea was planted for them. And so they're talking about the strategy for doing so. Well, one of the things these people are often hired to do is people who go into other people's dreams. And the person doesn't know that they're in there in the dream, but they're there to try to steal some sort of information. And in the movie, sometimes people are using this for business espionage. They can find somebody sleeping on a train or an airplane. They can enter the dream with them. They can extract some secrets from that person's dream without them knowing it, because they're in that dream with them, sharing the dream. So what they do is the architect is the person who kind of creates the environment in which the dream is going to happen. And that person, the architect, will create a safe. And the reasoning is that if you create a safe in someone's dream, the subconscious naturally fills that safe with whatever is secret, the things you don't want people to know. And so by creating a space for a secret to be put, the subconscious automatically puts something into that safe. So then now they know where to go to find the secrets that they're looking for. Well, in the same way, when you want to get your mind to do something, to accomplish something, it helps if you create a space for it. And so one of the things that I have as a recurring item on my to-do list that pops up with just items that I want to remember to spend some time on is it says schedule 15 minutes to systematize something. Because we know that by systematizing things, by taking a disorganized, chaotic approach and putting it into a very efficient process, or thinking about a process you're already doing and asking yourself, oh, what could I delegate this? Or with some of the new AI technologies, could I automate some of this? And so I just have this spot in my calendar, just as a recurring reminder, because there's always things changing. There's always new tasks that are getting added. And so you want to just ask yourself, in any given role, is there anything I can systematize? And so what I've done is I've created that question mark. I've created that space on my calendar, and that causes my mind to start looking subconsciously, even when I'm just going about my regular work. I'm not even putting any mental effort into it. But because I know Friday afternoon for 20 minutes, I'm going to be thinking about that question, I've created a space that starts to attract ideas. And there's something called the Zeigarnik effect, which is a psychological phenomenon by which we find that any unfinished business tends to pop back into your mind more than something you finish. So if you start to clean your fridge and you get 3/4 of the way done, but you don't finish it, you don't get that sense of I'm done, you're more likely to think about the fridge and wanting to clean it. Same thing with finishing a puzzle. As soon as you finish the puzzle, it's less likely to come back into your conscious awareness spontaneously than if you're almost done with that puzzle and then you left it. And so what we're doing is we're actually creating a space, something that's unfinished, and then your subconscious mind is going to start to tell you things. You're just going to notice. What's going to happen is you're going to start to think of things spontaneously during your week and just jot them down. You can just open that calendar entry and just write it in the notes, or you could have a piece of paper next to you just for things to systematize. You can use this for anything, any place where you need a good idea, even if it's just a hook or a new product or a new business concept, or how to solve a problem with a difficult obstacle with some of your team members. If there's something you're looking for, create a space for it and then forget about it. Except you won't forget about it, because you'll start to have ideas spontaneously. And so there's two parts to this. One is that you're creating a space to think on a recurring basis about things that you can systematize. That's powerful. Please do that. And the second part is just the idea of creating it in advance, knowing that it's coming, so that you can tap into your subconscious mind. That just means the thinking that you're doing that's below the level of conscious awareness. And you're letting that part of your mental processing help you to fill in the blank. So your challenge this week is, if you don't already have a reminder to yourself, to periodically pause and ask yourself, what aspect of my work could I reduce the friction or the chaos in by creating a system? And then create a space on your calendar to think about that. I hope that's a useful concept. I hope you'll use it by bending it to whatever goals and business strategies you're currently working on so you can experience the real power of this. And I'll talk to you again next week.